Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kenyon Jones. Um, Tonight's topic is focus and intensity. Focus and intensity. Um, One of the reasons why I've been able to overcome so many obstacles in my life is due to a level of focus and a level of intensity. Growing up, like you guys know, you heard my story. I didn't have a lot of options, didn't have a lot of opportunities presenting themselves, but I kind of created my opportunities by dreaming opportunities into fruition. So even when I didn't necessarily see how it would come to pass or how it would get done, my mindset was always, I have to get away from where I am now. Whether that means physically get away from there or mentally get away from there, I had to put myself in a certain frame of mind in order to be sane and in order to get anything accomplished. So for me, my level of focus on my goal and the intensity in which I focused on that goal was one of the main reasons why I was able to get from where I was to where I ended up, and ultimately to where I am now, because of a level of focus and intensity. But I would definitely be remiss if I didn't mention the divine intervention that has always been a mainstay in my life. I can tell you about times where I've been focused and my focus has been intense, but even the level of focus and the level of intensity that I displayed was not even worthy to be compared to the grace and the mercy that was shown on my life, which allowed me to be able to overcome in ways that just focusing on a goal and being intense about a goal, that wasn't enough to get me to where I ultimately ended up. So I definitely believe that God's hand was on my life from day one, and not in a superficial way and not in a way that, is holier than thou or anything like that, but in a way that it was evident to everybody else who was around that this isn't just focus, and this isn't just a person being intense. There's some attributes of God on display here, and when that's the case, when that's the situation, no matter what, that you're gonna win. No matter what, that you will overcome. You will be able to get from where you are currently to where you need to be in the future. And I can sit here and really highlight how focused I was, how intense I was, which was true, but the fact of the matter is that my focus and my intensity was not even close to being compared to the grace that was bestowed upon me. You know what I'm saying? To the times where I can think of being this close, to getting caught up in my life changing like that or ending, just because of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or doing something that I know I shouldn't have done, or putting myself in a situation that I knew prior to I shouldn't put myself in that situation. Yet I continued to proceed, and God's grace, unmerited favor, something that we don't deserve, that I don't deserve, that we don't fully grasp and we don't understand, yet we know that it's there and we know that it's present. You know what I'm saying? And I am definitely a recipient of that grace. And, you know, coupled with focus and intensity, you know, there's nothing that you can't do. You know, so my message to you out there today is God is always going to do his part. No question about it. But what part do we have to play in all of it? Are we just going to sit idly by and not do anything and say, God got it, let him do it, and we're not going to be active participants in our lives? Or are we going to say, you know what, let me do what I can do and trust God to do the things that I can't do? See, that's another level. That's different. You know, that's not just wishful thinking. That's not just thinking positive. That's not just, you know, speaking things into the atmosphere. That's not just that. That's something else. You know, in order to be on that page, that plane, that realm, there has to be a level of humility and a level of comfort in being uncomfortable. You know, there has to be a level of humility and a level of comfort in being uncomfortable, because not being in control, I know at least for me anyway, you know, is uncomfortable. You know, it's uncomfortable when you don't have your hand over everything and your hand is not, you know, moving everything around. But you still have to trust that with all the focus and intensity and the work and the effort that you put in, that even with all of that, you still need the Lord to intervene in a way on your behalf that only he can do. You know, so, you know, it's this is life. This is how it goes, you know. But I don't want us to only just put everything in God's hand and ignore the power that he gave us from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because we are all equipped with the power to be able to transform where we are. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, there's a level of submissiveness that comes from trusting in him and knowing that the power that we have comes from him. That's something totally different. So with that, I want you guys to be empowered, encouraged, and inspired. That is what my mission is. My mission is to empower, encourage, and inspire the world. The world. Everybody that I come across. It's the mission of the Exodus 100, and it's my personal mission for life. To empower, encourage, and inspire people to realize their dreams, achieve their goals, and transform their communities, their worlds, their lives worldwide. That's the mission and that's the goal. So once again, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video all over the country, all over the world. Thank you for everybody who subscribes to Kenyon Jones Presents. And, you know, I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to serve in this capacity. And I want to say thank you for watching, and God bless.